Mike Schneider Podcast.
All right, cool. Let's get going.
Let's go.
So we got Loz here from Portugal. He's the owner of Flint fingerboards. You guys have probably heard of them. They're super amazing and popular these days. So, yeah.
Good to
welcome.
hear. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's been super fun. We've been chilling all week.
Yeah. It's even strange to say, hello, Mike.
Yeah.
How's it going? Yeah, it's been a cool week.
Yeah.
Almost over, but it was amazing.
This will probably come out in a few months, so for anyone listening, we just had the Rendezvous and the fingerboard con and stuff like that.
Yeah, the main reason I came. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll be back next year again. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you want to talk a little bit about like what the Rendezvous is like for you as a person who usually goes to like European fingerboard events?
Yeah, I think my first fingerboard event was like in 2008. I think I talked to you that. If you're used to the Portuguese scene, that everything is like kind of small, and you arrive to a big event where you met all your how do you say, all the famous people that you see on videos and stuff from Black River back in the days. It was a huge impact. So since that day in 2008, I think I'm constantly every year going to new events, but it ends up always being the same persons, the same surroundings, same everything, basically based on Germany and in Austria back in the days. So I was always curious to find out about the scene here in USA, because I was always watching your videos and videos from other persons, especially when Instagram became bigger and bigger. And I was always like, man, I would love to go there. And then Ricardo was always coming here actually, all the time, and he was like, you gotta go. Come on, man, you gotta go. And I was like, oh, God damn it, some more decks. So yeah, after Flint became my full-time job, I wanted for sure to come to USA and experience a bit the same feeling that I had before. It's like all the persons that I knew from the internet world became alive by coming here and experience a bit what the US scene has to offer. And I loved it. Last year I loved it. I felt very welcome. Everybody was so cool with me. The US scene talks a lot, and it's so cool because I can understand. That's the only thing when you go to Germany sometimes is you don't understand them, and it's kind of hard. But here, yeah, you guys talk a lot, so it's I felt amazing coming here, and very welcome from you too. That always welcomed me very well here at your home. Just have to say thank you, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always such a fun time.
Yeah.
Super cool. What was your first event again that you went to?
Internationally, it was
just your first one ever.
The first ever.
Yeah.
And if you count with the Portuguese scene, I think it was in 2007. I think, or 2007 or 2008, but I think it was 2007 to an event called Expo. That's where I met Andre Coral from Low Pro and Gilles. They work together in Low Pro. They were just starting. Yellowwood was just starting then, and everybody was riding Tech wheels. Yeah, and there was one guy with Winkler wheels, and everybody was freaking out, like, what the hell, this is like butter. I totally remember that. It's an amazing picture that I have in my mind.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the finals was me against Macerra. I think he won me with a nollie flip frontside no slide, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's old memories, but I think it was that trick.
That's a hard trick for back then, like.
Yeah, the thing is that there was such a difference between me and Macer and the rest of the guys, because we've been fingerboarding since 2001 together. We didn't knew there was a scene. In the scene, we actually found out about the scene, when I saw the first Pissing Fingers videos, they were on Google videos. And I discovered, oh my God, there's a huge like scene in Germany with parks and blah blah blah. And my father actually went there to Germany, to Berlin, and I was like, the first thing I said was like, please buy me a small wooden board in Titus Berlin, and Hans was working there in Titus Berlin. Yeah, so that was my first contact with the fingerboard world. After that, discovered a Portuguese forum. Discovered that event in Expo, and after that event in Expo, I basically became friends with all the Portuguese community that you maybe still know, some of them.
Yeah.
They are all my friends since then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're not that much people, as you know, so it was kind of easy.
No, but it's a really cool, like, tight-knit scene for sure.
Yes, it is, for real. For real it is.
How did you first start fingerboarding, like, before you found all that stuff? Like, you said 2001 or something?
Yeah. So the story is pretty easy. I found the deck on the floor on my way home in 2001.
Were you skateboarding?
Dude, like, I can say you something, like, when I was, this is ridiculous, but I remember I went to a trip to Paris. I don't know, I must be, I'm 38 by the way. I was 13 or 14, and I went to Paris and there was a TV show. And there was a guy with a huge a red fingerboard park on the TV.
Whoa.
And there was a demonstration of a guy with a tech deck and some rollerblades. And I still remember the guy doing this in the air, just like fooling around. And that was my first contact with fingerboard. Then I found that fingerboard on the floor. It was from Digimon.
Sick.
Yeah. And then I was trying to do some stupid stuff because I remember that program. And my brother told me that there was a guy in his high school that he can kickflip over a bunch of books. And I was like, that's impossible. And he was like, no, for real, I'm talking real. And I was like, I don't believe you. Then that guy came to my class, actually, in high school. He was in my class. It was Maser. He's still on Flint team nowadays.
Sick.
Yeah. And he became my best friend. And we still fingerboard until today, since then.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We push each other a lot because we didn't know that it existed a scene.
Yeah.
So we started making our first fingerboards too in 2005 or something.
Wow. No wonder your boards are so good. You've been making them a long time.
Man, he is like 10 times more obsessed than I am. You'd have no idea what is a deck made by him. You have no clue. And in 2005, I think we still have some decks, like 26 millimeters, perfect, like perfectly round.
Wow.
Because he's a bit like obsessive compulsive with the details and the roundings, and everything has to be precisely circular. It's crazy.
Sick.
Yeah, he made me a deck some time ago. He was at my place chilling, and we were like, "You want to make a deck?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I made like 10 or 20. He made one. But yeah, that's for how long I've been into this tiny sport.
That's awesome. Let's start from the beginning. What was it like growing up as a kid and, being in Portugal and stuff like that? Like, what kind of area did you come from and how was your family, stuff like that?
So it was kind of the normal, I can say normal lifestyle. I came from a family of, my father is a doctor, my mother is a nurse, so more into the medicine side. I have nothing to do with that field or anything. But one of the cool things is that they always supported me, whatever I wanted. So I was always into arts since I was a kid, drawing, ideas, creativity, and they immediately say, yeah, of course you're going to arts. Cool. They didn't even push me to go to whatever it was. They just said, yeah, you go follow your dreams, do whatever you want. And so all my life since then has been around design and friends related to with that area too. You can see even almost all of the first Flints are all my friends, all of them. Like from different friends from different groups, but almost all are my friends. So yeah, it's I became a designer. I took a course of product designer in the university. I did all my high school in arts. I did product design, and then I ended up falling in love with graphic design. And I started working for a company in graphic design. I still love them. They still support me 100%, because at one time I just told them, guys, I gotta quit because I need to do my own thing full time. And they still support me 100%. They're amazing persons. And yeah, then I told my father, and my father was like, yeah, go, of course, go. He was totally up for it. I was like, yeah, just go. And yeah, here I am. 9 years after I did that decision.
Wow, sick.
Yeah.
So how did you know it was time to go for it full time?
When I started making more money doing my Flint than in my job.
Yeah.
When that twisted, I said, yeah, I'm not going to be rich at all, but I can have a stable lifestyle in Portugal, as the prices, everything is more cheap than whatever. So that was my main focus, was to have freedom and to be more creative, and without listening to a boss or without listening to guidelines or whatever.
Yeah.
I do my own guidelines. So that was the main reason for taking that decision, for sure, for real.
Yeah, that's awesome. I noticed you have Flint socks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I need to give you some. Yeah, I started with this is the TNILF.
Yeah, tell us why it's backwards and mirrored and all that.
Yeah, so TNILF is it's still my clothing brand related to Flint, but I actually put myself into a project that I didn't have that much time to. It's kind of hard to have a board company and a clothing company and have time to do everything. So yeah, right now it's a bit stopped, but I will come back. Yeah, because actually I tried to register Flint as a clothing company, but the name was already taken. I received just these letters of lawyers saying I could not take this name, blah blah blah, and I just said, just do it reverse, and it was okay. So I could do it in reverse. Yeah, that was my main focus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I remember that story too, but I figured most people probably
Yeah,
have no
probably
idea.
people never know.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The first one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
You never thought about making a clothing brand related to Flatface?
I don't know. I had like the Flatface shirt on yesterday.
Okay.
I
That
don't
was
know.
it.
Like, I'll do like some prints of T-shirts and stuff, and that's about it.
Okay.
Like just different logos or whatever. But I don't know. Like people like them a lot, but they're not super popular or anything. So I don't really focus on it too much.
Okay.
And then whenever I sell out of shirts, I'm like, all right, what color should we do next?
Same logo.
Orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a few designs. We have the Flatface Crystal.
Yeah, I know that one.
We have
That's all the guy on this Rendezvous with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the Sam graphic was really popular, like the face with the beard on it.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
That's an old one.
And what else? The classic Flatface logo, and it says Flatface. And then the the spot color one.
Mm.
I think I was wearing that yesterday or something. Yeah, but nothing
But
too
we
crazy.
still have some.
Actually, we did socks too.
You did?
I don't have them right now. Yeah, we might even have some still.
Give me ones, please.
Yeah.
I'll buy you, please.
They're awesome. They're gray and they have like the Flatface logo all over it.
I didn't know you had any. You had socks.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I got a random email, like out of nowhere, just like, "Hey, we make socks. Do you want some?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Let's go.
And they were really, really nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
like, I actually wear them a lot because they're good socks.
See? I don't know this kind of stuff.
Let's start simple.
Damn.
What's your favorite food?
Francesinha, that was the easy one. That's a typical Portuguese food from Porto. It's kind of a meat sandwich with pork, sausage, ham, and then it's like a two or three slices of bread, and then covered with cheese, an egg, and a sauce based on beer and tomato.
Whoa.
And it's really, really heavy and really, really good. Serve with French fries, drink a beer with it. It's like, that's easy.
Well, now I'm hungry. I want an egg.
Oh yeah. You should come to Portugal, as I told you like 1,000 times. We give you every day that.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty warm there, right? It's kind of like a...
Yeah, right now it's pretty warm.
Tropical.
It's like summer right now. But actually the Germans were just telling me that that in Berlin, yeah, I think so, there was like 30 degrees like a week ago, and now it's like 5 in Celsius.
Wow.
I don't know, in Fahrenheit.
5 is cold, 30 is hot. 30 is hot. Like
35.
probably 90 degrees or something, and then 5 is like near zero, like near freezing almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know Celsius.
Yeah.
I almost know it. Yeah, usually when I would go to a battle at the Herricks, it would be like still winter here, but then I get to Berlin and it was kind of spring or like sometimes even pretty warm.
Do you went
in March.
in 2013? It was in 2013? I don't know.
I don't know the year.
There was one year that was full of snow.
Yeah,
You went that
sometimes
year?
it was snowing, sometimes it was hot.
I only went once with like. Actually, you're right. I went once that we even played football in the fields. Like, was crazy hot, and one of the years was like the coldest the weather ever. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Both of them. They were awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. That's like how it is here with the weather. It's like it could be anything. It could be winter or summer, like in March. You never know.
Yeah, it's kind of very in the late last 10 years or something like that. You never know.
Yeah.
It could be raining. We have here that's raining like July, August, and then you have awesome September and October. Yeah, really. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Weather is changing.
The kids don't want to hear about weather, do they?
Yeah.
Whoever's watching this, they're
Come
like, what
on.
are you guys doing?
It's awesome weather.
Yeah.
We talk about that in Portugal like all the time. Food and weather. That's what we talk. Or the water is too cold in the sea or not too cold. Sorry, guys.
All right. Let's get to some heavy hitting questions.
Damn.
How about what's your biggest regret in life?
Holy damn. That was a hard
From
one.
weather to that, right?
You really?
Yeah.
Is it cold? Yeah. So also your regrets. What about regrets? Tell us about it. Biggest regret. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, probably one of them is probably going to product design to that university that I went instead of really focusing on graphic design by then. Because it was horrible, the course. It was horrible. I have a degree on it and I'm not proud at all. I didn't like that experience at all. And I felt that I didn't fully understood what was the classes about. I didn't understand anything about the course really, and I I regret not going to a proper orientated graphic design school, because I feel like I should be more. I think I actually end up learning, of course, and I've grown up by myself, because since I have a lot of friends, like I told you, they're graphic designers, especially with Macera is one of the examples. He's a graphic designer, and he studied in a great school in Porto, and I always try to be like him, in a way of like pushing myself to see if I can try to get to his level, and I end up learning, but I always try to imagine myself, what if I had proper education? Like,
then you'd be worse at it.
Damn, would I be like an awesome graphic designer? I'm not saying that I'm great, but I'm okay with my knowledge right now.
I was gonna say, like, whatever you do seems good to me. So,
Yeah.
so what are you missing?
Yeah, it's like
sometimes.
If you have to be, I think in life you have to be always challenge yourself, and not be. I'm happy with what I know. I'm happy with what I have, but if I don't feel comfortable with stagnation, with being on. Yeah, I always feel comfortable about pushing myself. That's why when people say to me, "Yeah, your brand is amazing. Your brand is this and that," and I always say like, "Thank you. I'll try to keep improving." That's how I usually, because I know that it's good, but it's still not perfect at all. That's why, so I need to learn more, and for that I need time, and I need dedication, because I'm a bit lazy sometimes. So, yeah, that's it. That was a good question.
That's pretty cool. Like, I think from the outside, it seems totally different than that. Like, we see Flint and we're like, yeah, it's done. It's good. It's there. You know, like, it doesn't need to be better or something. But, like, from your side, it's like you always want to make it better. And that's, like, that's how you actually have to be. Otherwise, eventually it will get old, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, I'm always in a similar thing, like, looking for how I can improve stuff or learn new things or whatever.
Yeah. It's not like we even talk about that sometimes. Like, it's not only fingerboarding and graphic design. It's being curious about how golf balls are made.
Yeah.
You know, or frozen waffles. It's like being curious in life motivates you somehow to be more creative, I think.
Totally, yeah. And like, you might see how a golf ball is made and then get an idea for your own thing. Like,
yeah, it's stupid, but I was watching the machines and was like, that can round?
Yeah.
Does that can round stuff? That would be amazing doing decks like that.
Yeah. No, that's a really cool point about like staying motivated by just learning random stuff about anything. Like,
yeah,
I think that's true, because I don't know, sometimes people ask me like where the motivation comes from, and it's like, it's just there. But I mean, yeah, it probably comes from like curiosity or something like that, underlying kind of just always observing and wanting to learn stuff and whatever.
Yeah, I always tell that, like, people are always making fun of me, like my friends, of course, not making fun in a bad way, of course, but because I like too many stuff. Cool. I like cars, I like motorcycles, I like engines, I like slot cars, I like RC cars, I like, I don't know, playing the drums. I love to going to bagpipes festivals. I like.
Wow, cool. John Coward's mom plays the bagpipes.
Yeah, he told me.
So good.
We talked about that actually.
Yeah, I was in his basement and I heard it coming from the house upstairs. I was like, "What the heck?" So good.
And he plays he plays also the tiny drum. He told me.
Cool.
Yeah, he told me. But yeah, since I like so many stuff, because as you see, it's not. Of course, cars is always there, but I like so many things that I've always to feel motivated, like making music. Even right now, I'm starting making beats. Like, what the hell? Why? Because I can. I think I can. I think cool. I can, and I can. And all this curiosity always. My mother's kind of scared with it actually. She's like, you like too many stuff. That's too stressful. And I'm like, it's not stressful. It's okay for me.
No, if you like it's good.
Yeah, It's really okay for me. So I'm always curious, like you were saying, about new things to come. It doesn't have to be new, like technology. I don't care. It just has to be things that motivate me a lot.
Yeah.
To see or to view or to know. Politics, for instance. That's another thing that I feel very interested in. Philosophy. Just stupid, random stuff.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool to be well-rounded, like learning a little bit about a lot of things, because some people get so focused on their one thing, which is good in its own way too,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're too focused into one thing, you can miss like so many bigger picture things or like connections to other things. And
Yeah.
like one of my favorite scientists, for example, he's like into so many different things, and that's how he discovered a lot of like groundbreaking things, because he knew about things that a normal scientist would be too focused to pick up on.
Okay, because you can see a bigger picture.
Yeah, like knowing about countries and animals and nature, all these different things besides just science, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
it's usually Yeah, I know what you mean. But that has to do a lot with who you are surrounded with. Like if you're surrounded by people who are a bit like you, like curious about stuff, you end up with a big knowledge.
yeah, for sure.
If you stick with fingerboard friends and just talk about fingerboard all the time, maybe you don't know about animals, you know.
Yeah.
Or you do. I don't know. It's just the people who are surrounded. So many different groups of friends, and they can talk different stuff with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up motivating you to know more and more.
Yeah, totally. And a lot of fingerboarders each have like some other random hobby.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So
It's so cool.
you can get both
Yeah.
in one. Rendezvous weekend, you come back with like a whole bunch of knowledge about random stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's cool.
If I know about cars, I even have right now a group in Instagram with people that I knew here last year that we end up knowing that we all like cars. So we created an Instagram group.
Cool.
Just for the people that I met here that also like cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's random.
My dad likes cars.
Yeah, I saw a cool car in your garage, and Ricardo told me that he had like a Chevy or a red Chevy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 57.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Good looking.
Yeah, for a little while he had a few, and now I think, yeah, he sold most of them, but he kept the 57 because it's like so awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, you
He's
can't
like
get
this
rid
little
of that.
kid. It's impossible. Come on. I'm trying to sell a car for ages, and my girlfriend, sorry Rita, she's always just keeps telling me like, you need to sell the car because I bought another one, and I can't. It's so difficult to sell a car. Damn. If you like a lot cars, it's difficult to get rid of them. It's been a process. It's okay. I will end up selling.
How'd you get into cars? Like what made you first interested? No idea?
I have no idea. I just became interested, I don't know, probably in high school. Then I just started to want to know more. I don't know that much about American stuff at all because I just focus on Japanese and European markets. And I just started following a lot like second-hand markets and just to search for more what the prices, and then start knowing about engine, then start to know a bit about design, who designed them, start to know which kind of years you enjoy more. I don't know, it was a process, and I ended up saying, yeah, what I like is like 80s and 90s Japanese cars. Cool. That's it. And then I have this dream about going to Japan one of these days with money in my pocket, hopefully, because I want to stay there like a month or two.
Sick.
and
Make
just travel around.
Japanese Flint graphic,
graphic.
and then use the money for that.
Exactly, that'll be cool with a car.
Yeah. Dude, people would be hyped to support that, I bet.
Oh yeah.
After they hear
maybe I
this.
should explain. After hearing this,
Yeah.
hopefully.
That would be sick.
Yeah. That's one of my dreams, going there.
You should. I want to go there one day too. It would be
You never
funny
know.
if we both run into each other.
It's
Like,
like, oh,
we
you're
don't even
here?
know. Yeah.
You're here? Yeah, dude. And you make some graphics about Japan too. Did you make some graphics? Yeah, you too? Yeah. We are both here for Japan graphics. That'll be cool.
Yeah, Japan's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You like sushi?
I'm not the biggest fan.
Not yet.
Not yet. Because I never tried the good one. That's what everybody tells me. Like, you never tried the good one.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
We'll get some tomorrow then.
Deal.
So while we're talking about graphics, you can tell us about like the Flint USA boards.
Yeah, sure. Last year I wanted to make something special to come here. I had the idea about making them last year, and the idea was just like I don't want to be take care of. I don't want to be in the event or being outside selling stuff at all. So the idea was just, yeah, I'll give it to Mike. I'll support him somehow. Not that much, but hey, it's what I have. And I'm gonna be totally free for going to the Rendezvous without having this selling and buying stuff. But the idea came, you still remember the graphic was a burger, it was a chicken burger stacked. And then I just changed the colors to the USA. It's like, yeah, I don't know why, but I started making the food graphics.
Yeah.
And people enjoyed it a lot. And I still had some answers from last year, like some DMs from last year saying, yeah, next year it gotta be food again. And then I was like, okay. Then I made for the Francesinha graphic. I actually have a graphic from Patio edition I made for Patio. That it has my favorite food that I was telling you about.
That's awesome.
I have a graphic with that one.
You have one with you?
No, I don't have it here.
Okay.
I think I have pictures I can show you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those two are started with food, and actually I was making the graphic for this year. Let's see what's going to be this year. And I made one with Texas barbecue. And I was randomly watching pictures, and I came across one of your graphics that is a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, damn, it's already a piece of meat. Can't do another meat. Can't do that. Then I remember that one of the things that that had stuck in my mind from last year was the Dunkin' Donuts right in front of Rendezvous. I was always there going with Ricardo, pick up a coffee and a donut, and yeah, that's where I got the idea for the donut stacked, always stacked. Unless it was a stacked burger, this was a stacked donut. But yeah, that's how it came the idea from. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah, I hope people enjoy them.
Yeah, they were really nice.
I think.
And I lost mine.
Yeah, I know. It's still under somewhere, you know that.
It's like probably right here.
Probably here. It would be amazing just taking 4 decks. Okay. A stack pack. But yeah, those are the two graphics. Next year I will stack some other stuff.
Some sushi if you like it.
If I will enjoy, I'll make next year a sushi graphic for you.
Do you know which types of sushi you tried so far?
Dude, I'm totally new on this. People will kill me, but
Doesn't matter. We'll figure
I
it
know
out.
that there's this piece of rice there with a piece of salmon on top, just that.
Yeah.
Those I don't like that much.
Okay.
It's too basic. I think I like all the fried stuff, but hey.
We gotta get you like some crunchy, spicy tuna or something.
Yeah, of course, those I will like.
Yeah.
Because it's fried, man. I like fried stuff.
Yeah, when there's just a little bit of like fried tempura
exactly.
crumbs inside. It's like so
Not
good.
like triple deep fried, of course.
No.
That'll be good too.
Deep fried sushi roll.
Yeah.
Have you had like fried Oreos or fried pickles?
No, but people told me about it. Every time I speak about that I'm going to USA, people are like, "Yeah, you know they deep fried sneakers?" Like, what? Really?
Biggest strengths and biggest weakness. You can do whichever one you want first.
I think my biggest weakness is my biggest strength, somehow.
Cool.
Because as we talked about earlier, I'm not happy with nothing. So if I'm not happy with nothing, it keeps me motivated to be better.
Mm-hmm.
It looks somehow philosophical, but it's quite easy. It's just it's a weakness. It's like it's my strength actually. I think I can call it my strength because it's all since I'm not very happy because I don't feel happy with the end results. Never. It's kind of a weakness, but it's still my strength because it keeps me pushing forward.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it, but I don't know if I can feel that it's a weakness, but it's somehow it is. It's strange feeling. Because if it's my, if I'm feel motivating it, I don't know if it's considered a weakness or not. Probably. But yeah, I think weakness is not feeling happy about my end result. Strength is that actually makes me stronger.
So how do you decide like, okay, this is good enough if you feel like you're not satisfied with it? Because your boards are extremely nice.
I'm like this. Graphic design wise, I'm pretty confident in myself, in my capabilities. I know that I can do things good very fast. I can do them. I don't say that it's like I can do it in 2 seconds, but I'm pretty fast at working, and I can feel satisfied pretty fast. But coming from satisfied, it's like I'm going to talk to you like I'm talking with Macer, like the guy that I was telling you about that I'm always trying to compete in the graphic design wise. If you have always to compare, if you reach to a point that everybody says that you're good, it's not good. You have to compare yourself with the best.
Yeah.
And I always, if I compare with the world about fingerboard world, yeah, I'm pretty confident that I've done a good job design wise. But if I compare to the graphic design world, packaging wise, postcards, motion art, I'm not even close to be anything special. So I got to be compared with it. I'm always trying to compare with that part of the graphic design world. So that's I have to push myself to reach to that level.
Yeah, I can see what you mean now.
I don't know if my English
sense.
sucks. I know, sorry.
No, it totally makes sense actually. Like, I can see how that would be the perfect way to like stay motivated and stay improving even when you already know you're doing a good job at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of
I always tell that when I work, like when people tell me that they are working in a company, if you feel in your company that you are the best, get away.
Yeah.
Yeah, quit. Because that's not good.
Yeah, they say
you gotta
like,
feel that you need to push somewhere.
Yeah, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I bet there's some English saying about that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff like that.
But yeah, that's my way of thinking.
Yeah, that's good. That's definitely really useful.
Yeah,
like,
I hope so.
Do a good job and stuff.
Yeah. But at the same time, you're never feeling very happy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it keeps you pumped but you never kind of, I did it. It's a strange feeling. You have, you know what? You have, I did it, way more with people's appreciation about your work than with with yourself, with what you achieved. It's you have a product, you achieve this, you think that's amazing. Oh, look at this! But you still feel like, yeah, I can do this better. But you can only really appreciate this when everybody around is saying, dude, that's so perfect and everything. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
when
thank
other
you.
people
It's your work amazing.
like
Then it's not the product, it's the person who made the product, and they start enjoying everything around it. And that gives you more, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did something cool. People are enjoying it a lot. So that gives you more self-appreciation. It's about the people that keeps me happy with my products. Yes.
Totally. I can relate to that too, because it's like I try to make the best thing that I can for me, but then I'm like, I don't know if it's good or just like I like it, you know? And then if somebody else likes it and they say like, oh dude, like this is better than any other one I ever had, this is so awesome, like
You're like, oh my god, yeah, bro.
yeah,
Maybe I did something
no
good.
way, that's so cool. Or like, I used to suck at fingerboarding and then I got a G15 and then I got really good, and I'm like, cool, like that's awesome. And yeah, it's really cool to hear from other people like good feedback.
Yes, for sure. Even when I'm feeling demotivated to I think everybody has their own phases. Like even I love making fingerboards, I love fingerboarding, but there's always this part of you that says, man, I'm tired of doing the fingerboards. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, you know? And those messages and those kind of feedbacks are some of the most important things that I have to be motivated once again.
Yep.
It's like a circle, you know, but people help, like the scene helps a lot to each other, and especially to me, to come back to the pump about being.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
it's a bit difficult to explain, but yeah, because it's a mixture of self-motivation with all those feedbacks that makes you happy with what you do.
It's like a community social thing as much as it's your own thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey guys, today's sponsorship is brought to you by Jawn. Not John Cowart, not John Coyne, not even John Adanasio, but Jawn Obstacles. So they were kind enough to send this box in. Let's open it up and see if there's any more obstacles inside. The box itself is a pretty good obstacle. I would recommend ordering from them just for that alone. Ooh, wow, paper. If you're running out of paper, I also recommend ordering from them because they'll give you some. We got some stickers, the best part of any unboxing. Whole bunch of them. Ooh, cool. All right, looks like they're gonna become available on the Flatface site if I'm interested, which I am interested. They sent some shirts. Awesome. That looks good. And another one. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh yeah, all right, they really went for it. I'm gonna show you guys what they're all about if I can get them all out of here. Could be never ending. All right, there's the last one. As you're about to see, Jawn is a concrete obstacle company, and they make some really cool ledges. I met him at the Rendezvous and Fingerboard Con weekend, and he gave me a couple ledges and they were super good. And here we are, look at that. That is so nice. This blue color, blue is my favorite color. And this thing is super smooth. Like, oh yeah. The edges are super sharp. Even the bottom edges are super sharp. So this is like super, super quality concrete. Nice paint on it too. Real good. Let's see what else they sent. I think it's gonna be different colors probably of the same or similar. They do have different heights as well, which is really cool. And it's fun to use both if you get one of each. Ooh, okay, they have more than just different heights. Check that out. That is actually, what? Whoa, crazy. All right, so if you look at it straight on, it looks like it goes down, but if you angle it, it's actually flush, and there's some kind of glass inlay on this. It's super cool. I've never seen that before. He did give me one with a stone inlay. That's sick, so you can blunt slide it and everything. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's move these for a sec. Yeah, that's awesome. Super good. 10 out of 10. No complaints. High quality. These are really, really good. The concrete like has no bubbles or anything like that in it. It's very perfect. So, you know, there's a lot of people that make really good concrete stuff these days, and this is up there with the best. It's just perfect quality. No reason not to get one. If you want a long-lasting ledge that feels super good, they have some great options. Wow. Yeah, that's sick. So this one has like stones in it. I don't know how he gets them so flat on the top. Super nice flush. And it's cool that he can dye the concrete different colors. So this one's like a dark gray, like almost a black gray. And this one's like a reddish Arizona color. I feel like the whole state of Arizona has to be this color. I don't know, I've never been there, but it just feels right. It's like a desert redness. So good. These are awesome. I can't believe how much stuff you sent. Gonna have to fingerboard a lot on all of these. This is a big loy. This one is huge. And as you can see, they come wrapped up really nice. He shipped them here and nothing got damaged. Ooh. Check that out. Look how tall that is. That's even bigger than the blue one. So you can like set these up in all kinds of fun combos. Do like all kinds of cool stuff between them. Combos with them and stuff. And yeah, so the tall ledge is pretty high. I can still ollie high enough to get onto it, but it's a little scary jumping off. There it is. Real nice for lip slides too. So yeah, they have painted ones and they have dyed ones. And we still have 2 more, can you believe it? I can't believe it. It's a lot of ledges. What do you guys think is gonna be in this package? Oh yeah. Oh, sick. That one's got a flat face paint engraving kind of thing. Whoa. This one smells like concrete. I know what kind of concrete this is. I'm not gonna tell you, it's a secret, but I can smell the brand. Nice. So it's a little different in height, but similar to this other purple one. Sick. So good. Yeah. Awesome. What do you think the last one's gonna be? Purple again? We'll find out. Oh my god, is it purple? I was just joking. I think it's, nope, looks kind of blue maybe. And it's cool that he writes a date on the bottom, or just the year, so that way in a few years when you have it, it's super like, oh cool, I remember I got this in 2025, now it's 2029. So yeah, that's a sick turquoise color. That one, wow, very close, matched with the wheels, and sort of close to the scissors, not really. Ooh, I don't know why, but that one feels extra good. All right, now I have a ledge world. We have so many ledges. One, that one, this third one, number 4. This one might be my favorite. That's really cool with the glass in there. And then the rocks is really cool as well. All of these are awesome. So thank you, Jawn, for sponsoring this episode. If you guys want to find Jawn Crete or Jawn Concrete, I don't know. Says he doesn't have a website yet, but he's jawn.fb, Jawn.fb. Find him on Instagram and stuff like that. And I think we're going to have some on the Flatface website soon. And I'm sure he'll open up his own website when he's ready as well. So yeah, check him out. Awesome stuff. And thank you guys.
Tell me more stuff, Michael.
Tell you. Dude, one time I was in Germany and I think it was Jay or someone that I went with, like, called me Michael as a joke. Yeah. And like the whole room was just like, what? Your name is Michael?
I never thought about it.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everyone was shocked. And I was like, yeah, Michael is the full name of Mike. Like, in America, that's how it works. Yeah, they were really mind blown on that one. So that was cool. Mm-hmm. Happiest fingerboard memory?
That's a great question. Damn. I have no idea. I have no idea. I know that I've certain times that I was so happy, especially let me see, 2008 when I went to Fingerspectacle, first international event, going with a train from Milan with Gonças, who was a Portuguese fingerboarder. He met me in Milan. Going to Slovenia to meet Coral and go by car to there. It was an amazing trip. Amazing trip. I'll never forget it. It was snowing there and everything. It was super memorable to meet everyone that you saw for the last 8 years. And I think it was crazy to meet everybody in the same place. I think that was one of my greatest memories in fingerboard. There's a lot of them, of course, but that sticks is very deeply connected with me because I really felt that I am part of this.
Yeah,
I'm not just a fingerboarder. I'm part of this thing.
Yeah.
It's a fingerboard is really sometimes really hard to explain what it is. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I think that was one of my deepest memories that I really felt happy about what I was doing in a group, meeting other people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, it was probably like the first time I went to Fast Fingers, and it was kind of a similar feeling. Like
I was going to go that year.
Really?
Me and Maser were almost going, and in the end we didn't. We would be one of the few internationals to go there, exactly like you. By then there was not that much international people going there. Yeah, but yeah, we went next year. That year, I don't even know what year was that. 2010 or something.
Around there, yeah, 9 or 10.
9,
something.
Even no, less. It was less.
I think I went in 8 or 7 or something.
8, I think. I think it was 8. Yeah, because 9 I went there.
Cool.
Yeah. It was my first one.
Yeah, those were some of the best years for fingerboarding. Like,
Dude, yeah.
Explosion of growth.
Yes.
I guess we're in like another era like that right now. It's like a different one, but it's like another like.
It is. It is
going crazy right now.
Yeah, for real. Like before, it was crazy, but at the same time, it was very trashy. I think So there was this punk vibe around it that I loved it.
Yeah.
Especially because I was in my early 20s, so I was part of the life of an early 20 guy. It's like everything punkish and sleep on the floor and
Yeah.
there's all destroyed and everything, and you love it. You know how it was back in the days,
Yeah.
you know, everything was a bit more trashy, and we enjoyed it a lot. And right now everything is becoming, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a consequence of things growing up, like ourselves growing up, people in fingerboarding growing up, and brands growing up. And it's different, but I think it's good. It's good for the fingerboard to continue growing and to continue to reach to more people. That's what I think that we all should do, is to reach the biggest amount of people to understand why do we love this tiny thing. Why? It's just not, because I can do truth. No, it's more than that. It's a bit more.
Yeah.
Try to understand by coming to one of our events, and you'll see it. Things that you do, things that Ricardo does. I don't do that much, sorry, but Ricardo does a lot. But yeah.
What's the worst advice you've ever heard or given?
I have no idea. Worst advice I ever gave or received?
Yeah, or you heard someone else give it or whatever, just like a cautionary tale.
Dude, each time I talk to people that are more into corporative stuff, they always think that I'm doing everything wrong.
Yeah.
All the time. So you hear,
That's cool.
or people from marketing and stuff like this, they all give the strangest advices ever. And I was like, that was a moment I was talking to a guy, I don't even know who he was, but he was I think he was the boyfriend of someone very close to my girlfriend. And he was telling me, yeah, dude, you're doing wrong. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing quite okay. This is my life, you know. I'm not. No, you're doing wrong. Everything you're doing is wrong.
Everything.
Like everything. It was like, okay. Everybody was like looking to him and say, dude, it's his life, you know. He's doing okay. And you have to go back. You gotta go back. Tens de andar para trás in Portuguese. Tens de ir mais atrás. And so I didn't understand what the hell he was talking about. It was like, where does the tree come from? So you gotta go to the tree. So you gotta go to the forest, and you gotta pick up the tree, a rarest tree ever. You gotta pick it up, make a video about it, cut the tree, and I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Kill it. No, it's here. It's still there.
Where? I don't see. Oh.
You got it?
No. It's gone.
He ran away.
You gotta go to the tree.
Yeah. So you gotta. The thing, and it became a meme, of course, in our group. It's like, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. I don't even understand what the hell the guy was saying. I think he was saying that I should go to the trees in the middle of Brazil, cut one of those trees, and make decks out of it. I think that's his great idea. I was like, dude, man, I don't know if you know, that's not cool. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird advice that I had.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like, I feel like when I was younger, and like a lot of kids like in my high school knew about Flatface and stuff, and they would try to like give ideas that just never made any sense. Just like totally weird stuff that's like way off.
Yeah.
But appreciate the effort, I guess.
Yeah. You always have to say, yeah, sure, man. Actually, that guy, I don't know, that guy was not getting, I could, sometimes I let myself go and try to explain, no, it's not like that, like how it works and blah, 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 blah. Because I had these discussions with a lot of people. They always tell me, you can grow, you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, no, I'm quite okay. I'm good like this. I don't want to be more occupied. But that guy was really special. So I just look at him and say, "Yeah, sure, man. Of course, you know, thank you." And I just went off to completely say goodbye. I'm out.
Next time he sees you, he's like, "Hey, you get that tree yet?"
Did you went to Africa already?
Just show him a picture of you standing next to like a huge redwood tree or something.
I'm here, I got it. I went back.
It's almost a cool idea, in a way.
I'm not going to base my own... Imagine you're someone saying that, you know what, Mike, you're doing everything wrong. You should to go to a rubber tree, cut the leaves, and do some wheels. It's like, what the hell, man? Yeah. Okay, man. I just give up the brand. Yeah. You're right.
I think a lot of times people who go to business school or marketing school, like, whatever they learn is really bad. Like, I've seen it so many times when people... they ask me for business advice or something, and then they start telling me what they're doing and how they're doing it, and they went to business school, and it's always like the opposite of how I would do it. Not that my way is the only way, but like if I can see a way that would work and then their way is not working, and it's always like the business school way that they learn, and it's almost like business school is designed to make you fail so that you take more loans out and the banks make more money because the banks pay the schools to teach you, and it's just like
it's like a cycle. But you can
sometimes
I think they teach you things that we say pro forma. I don't know in English. It's pro forma. I don't know the name in English. Things that are, you learn this and this is what you know. You cannot do this. They know this.
Yeah, like a super narrow view.
This is how it works. Like,
this is the only way.
I bet that you have like people saying, yeah, your site is not well done because you should put this and this and that because it will call more people and blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I just say, you know what? No, because then I'll be exactly like the other websites.
Yep.
And what makes me different is that I have a stupid website that doesn't work. That's why people like it.
Yeah. It's all part of the vibe.
It's just a question of trying to... I don't know, they follow some kind of rule. No, I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying that a lot of these marketing people always look to it as a product that will sell this way because they learned that way. They don't see the other aspects of why does it sell. Like, I still sell my decks, Ricardo still sells reels and you sell. Why? It's because my website is not well done? Is because the marketing is not very well, or it's something else that they don't know. They just presume that, and they just think that it works somehow, that they think they know. But sometimes it's just things like people like you.
Yeah.
Like things like that. I don't know. It happens with a lot of people.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the thing that really matters is I don't know how to explain it, but like, just being yourself and doing your own thing and doing it the way that you do it. Yeah, it's more the way you naturally do it, not like a marketing plan, but just like whatever you do, that is your marketing plan. Yeah. Like you don't need to think about it. If I start
making it as they want, it will feel fake.
Exactly.
It doesn't have personality at all.
Yeah. We were talking about that the last night.
Yeah,
right?
We're talking about that.
Some brands are trying too hard to do branding and social media like super formal, and it's better when you just go film some tricks and show some food and whatever else you're doing and just have fun with it, and like people connect more with real stuff.
Yeah, because there's more personality. It's more people understand more what you are than being just a copy of everybody else.
Yeah.
If you put a website with related products, with that list, if that sells more, if you have that to your right or to your left, if everybody has that insight, and if it will sell, it's going to be making TikToks, saying stupid stuff with stupid music on the background, then everybody's going to make stupid
Yeah.
TikToks with stupid music on the background with a website with related products, blah 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 blah. Everybody will be like that, and then the ones who stood out is going to end up being the persons who keep like they are themselves for ages.
Yeah. The ones who don't follow
those
the
who
trends.
don't follow the trends will end up sticking out a bit.
Yeah.
I think maybe they'll sell out more. Maybe.
There's room for both, really.
I think I think there's room for both. Actually, it's true.
Yeah.
Because probably people identify a lot with the easy stuff, fast flow, easy going. That those kind of companies. If you have all the companies equal, people feel comfortable going to them because it's easy and it's exactly like they are used to work like that, with those TikTok videos and those typical websites and everything.
Yeah.
If you get out of there, people start feeling a bit more uncomfortable about them, but they feel more special because they have that.
Yeah.
So it's it works both ways because people feel special. People are used to it, get the product fast and everything. So I don't know. It's kind of a bit difficult to explain, but it is how I think.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Super good. All right, what's the best advice you ever heard?
My father telling me, do what the hell you want to do. I'll support you. I told that to you already yesterday.
That's awesome.
My father and my mother, of course. But my mother was always more, I don't know, I look at my father as more of a conservative person, and my mother a bit like the crazy, more like the crazy person. But it was very, very good to hear your father telling you, you know what, you should quit your job, you should do your own company. I don't care if it's tiny skateboards or not. Whatever you do, just do it and I'll support. And that was a great advice. That was a great advice. Yeah, I'm here, you know.
Yeah.
9 years after, I think.
Yeah, it's really good to have the support of your family. And
Totally.
like,
I could not even close to be here, not even close, if it wasn't for my parents and my girlfriend. Those three elements are completely essential for Flint survival. Especially now my girlfriend at all. She takes care of a lot of stuff and she does it completely just because she likes me and she likes Flint.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff does she do?
She does the boring stuff of financial things like taxes and stuff that you have to do for the government.
Mm-hmm.
It works a bit different probably here in the States. But yeah, she takes care of everything. She takes care of my schedules. She takes care of organizing the year. That's why a lot of people tell me, yeah, let's do a collaboration. And I'm like, bro, I can't because I have a year schedule that I have to follow. I don't know, some years ago, probably I would say, yeah, let's see next week.
Yeah.
How is it? But right now, I'm feeling way more organized because of her.
Cool.
And it has to be like this, you know. It's cool for you to have freedom to do whatever you want, but it's cool to have a tiny bit of organization for you for controlling your emotions and to be more into control of what you do.
Yeah.
I think, but that's my opinion.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's one of the top responsibles. She would love to come here too. She told me last year that she wanted to come, but she ended up cannot come because of her job. But she will be in Fast Fingers this year.
Sweet.
Yeah. She's part of the scene now already.
That's awesome.
It's true. Everybody knows her.
Very cool. Does she fingerboard at all?
She can ollie. Bro,
Perfect.
That's what matters.
That's awesome.
We're together for 15 years, I think.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
How did you meet?
In Milan, where I did Erasmus, where it was the same year that I was on the. So I was pretty happy on that year actually. 2008, the happiest place on fingerboarding, and I met my girlfriend. Well, amazing.
Cool.
2008, 2000. I think I met her in 2008. We started dating in 2009. Yeah. I was just realizing this now. Damn.
That's awesome.
It's true.
Yeah, but how did you meet your girlfriend? Like in more detail, if you want to share.
Yeah, because we did Erasmus in Milan. I was in Italy. I wasn't supposed to go to Erasmus, but my ex girlfriend and my parents, everybody was telling me, you should do. I ended up, me and my ex-girlfriend, we broke up actually before I going there. So we just end up meeting. We didn't have anything to do with each other, like at all. But dude, I have no idea why the hell we continued for those amount of time. We just, we like each other. We love each other, so let's stick together. But actually now, after so many years, you end up realizing why you like that person. In the beginning, it's like, oh my God, it has nothing to do. They're probably gonna take that much time, and then you're like, oh, of course, yeah, of course. And now we're like this,
Cool.
like soulmates.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I'm together with this person.
That's awesome.
She understands how I work, how my mind is. I understand exactly how she works and how her mind is. 15 years is a long time. We already know perfectly each other, perfectly.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Gonna get married?
No, we don't care about marriage that much.
Yeah.
I just care about living with her. That's it. We have a house in Porto. We bought a house. We're happy.
Cool.
2 cats. Perfect life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kids one day, or?
I want, she doesn't. It sucks. Let's see if I try to convince her the next time. Let's see.
Bring her here and I'll convince her.
Deal. Next year she has to come next year. We actually thought about putting her work into Flint, but I still don't have the capabilities money-wise to have another person working. But as soon as I have that capability, I don't know what to say in English, sorry.
Capacity, maybe?
Capacity, yeah.
I don't know. I know what you mean, though.
Yeah. As soon as I have that all solved, yeah, she's totally gonna be in front of Flint, for sure. CEO.
Cool. Yeah, you need to figure out how to make a few more boards because they sell out so fast.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Because I don't want my biggest afraid, what is my biggest fear, right? My biggest fear is losing quality as I'm growing up.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I know that I'm growing up. I'm still selling out boards. I'm still doing well, but I will never want to lose quality. Never.
Yeah.
Because that's what people enjoy in my decks. That's things that I want to keep, like prestige.
Yeah.
And that's difficult. So usually when people massify, they lose a bit of quality. That's normal.
Yeah.
It's totally normal. The question is, how can I not massify, but a tiny bit more production so I can have her, for instance, without losing quality.
Yeah.
Because I cannot, as I told already to a lot of people, I told you already, I'm with a lot of tendinitis on my arms and my back of making boards. So my body is already complaining a lot about making decks. So
you gotta use the tool that I showed you.
I used already, Saturday, yeah. When we arrived, there was people making decks. I was like, okay.
No, but I mean at home, you gotta use it all the time.
Oh yeah, but I tested there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tested there. But it doesn't work for me. I still
Not
cannot
yet.
control. Not yet.
No, you gotta like maybe ruin 5 boards with it, and then you'll be
way
good
more.
to go. You can practice on those defects I have if you want.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Dude, once you learn that thing, you're gonna be like on another level. You can sand a board in like 30 seconds to 1 minute.
Nah, phew, no way.
Yeah, for sure.
I know I can make decks in like 8 minutes, but I can only make, I don't know, for my arm to be relaxed, I can make 10 decks a day.
Imagine 10 decks in 10 minutes.
No.
You could do it.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe a little
It'll be
longer.
shitty.
Maybe 5 decks. No, dude, it works.
Yeah, you told me already last year. I'm keeping but I'm doing it in a more relaxed way, I can say. Because I was shipping very fast, in a very short time.
Yep.
Now I'm doing it more separate time, so I can be more chilled. Since I have a plan, you know, Rita.
Yeah.
Since I have a plan, now I can. Now I have time for everything. Actually, I have time to be organized. I have time to create more stuff. I am creating more stuff for Flint, actually, besides boards, that I want to present in the near future, and more technology, I can say, inside Flint that can make me bigger. I think it will make me bigger without losing quality. But I need to be organized. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm having that time now. It's cool.
Awesome. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Me too.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, let's see.
Need a jalapeno graphic.
Good things will happen. Yeah. The burning mouth. Good things will happen in a small future.
Sweet.
Hopefully, if everything goes well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, alright, we got a good amount of questions from Instagram, so let's see. Will he bring back the original logo series?
The original? What are the original logos here?
It's your company, I don't know.
The original?
I don't know, did you have an older style?
Probably
that
the
you
older
used to
ones.
do?
So yeah, so logo series are not, they are not limited. I just can't make way more decks than I am doing right now. So my idea is to have always, this is my main idea. My main idea is having always present on the website, have always stock available for all the colors in the logo series.
Yeah.
I could never do that until now. It's because I do stocks and they always sell out. So, but yes, I would eventually do that. I know it's taking years and years to do it, but as I said before, I'll probably in a small future will have I will have the tools to make it a reality, because I know a lot of you guys want the original green and red, like the first ones, and blues, and I know a lot of people want those decks, and I don't want to disappoint anyone. Of course, I want to make them, just not the artist series. Artist series are, as you guys know, those are limited forever. They will never do them again.
Cool. Collectible.
Yeah.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Is that even a question?
Then it
The
says,
hell?
and why Messi?
Cristiano. Of course.
What's a good thing to know if you're looking to start a deck company?
What? Sorry, I didn't.
What's a good thing to know if you're looking to start a deck company?
Good thing to know.
Yeah.
Okay. See what there's around other companies. See what they are doing. Try to make something different. Please don't just shape some decks and try to sell them. Try to appreciate the deck as an object and see where you feel happy, when you feel happy with your object that you have in your hand. Don't just shape it and that's it. Try to get to a point that you are really happy with it. See what's different from you and the other companies, and just create a concept. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy.
That's awesome. I like that. I was gonna say, because he said, what's a good thing to know? I was gonna say, like, just know how to fingerboard, because if you're if you're good at fingerboarding, you know what a good board is and what a bad board is.
Exactly,
you know?
it's true.
And a lot of people making like really beautiful looking decks, but they suck at fingerboarding, and then the decks don't perform good,
And then I wonder why.
and they don't know. You know?
I know.
So,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, get good at fingerboarding, and yeah.
Yeah. Get good, see why.
What made him start making boards? I guess we didn't really get that, huh?
Why did I start making boards? Okay. Yeah, we didn't get that one. Actually, I started making boards with Macerra, that friend of mine, back in 2000 and, I don't know, 3, 4?
Whoa.
Yeah. We had the first fingerboard company called Loma. It was Loz and Macerra, Loma.
Cool.
We still have stickers from that company.
Wow. Sick.
Yeah, those are the decks that I told you about that were perfectly round that he did back in the days. So yeah, but forget about that. So I already had the experience of making some decks, not that much experience, but making some decks. So the Flint was a project for the company that I was working, a personal project that I was doing while I was there, and the idea was just to do something that I could apply my graphic design skills and packaging things that I was working with into something that I love, that is fingerboarding. And I thought that there was a lot of missing there was a lot of design missing.
Yeah.
On the fingerboard world. I was looking to the bigger companies. I said, I can do way better than this. Even by then, I didn't have that much knowledge of the graphic design, but I felt that I could really do better. And I said, the first thing I said, I did it more like, I don't care how people think. I know it's a weird way of thinking, but I said, and don't give a damn about how people think. I just want to make a deck for myself. That's how I started Flint.
Yeah, cool.
I said, yeah, but people are writing 31s. I don't give a damn. I write 33 back then. If they don't like it, they just don't buy it. I started really with my vision of what was the brand. And actually people turned out to like my decks. Of course, now I don't really think exactly like that. But yeah, that was my mindset back in the days.
That's why you're here now.
Yeah.
I think.
But now I know that people like 32, so I make 32s. People like 20.
Yeah.
Now I don't do that, of course. But as a beginning of the project, as the other question was saying, like, I think it's very important for you to focus on what you really think it's the market, not the market you need, and maybe the market will like it, or
yeah,
you do something different than the other ones.
That's what I do. I just do it how I want, and not what I think people are gonna like, but what I like, and then other people happen to like it too.
Yeah. So yeah, and same.
And it works.
It works. Exactly.
What's your favorite flat-face shape? I guess they mean board shape,
Boards?
maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Boards, actually, I was pretty impressed with this Chic 16 that you have, because it's not even close my kind of deck. It's very steep. Doesn't have the shape that I like that much. But performance-wise, as I told you some hours ago, it's like crazy. You can pop. It's like, I don't know. It's like you have flying carpet on your finger. It has tons of pop. You can flip everything. It makes your skill grow very fast, I think.
Yeah,
because
cool.
You just kickflip everything. That's cool.
That's what I was going for, like super crazy.
Yeah, super aggressive.
Board. Yeah. Yeah.
Performance-wise, yeah, crazy.
How did you come up with the name Flint?
Nice one.
Wow, 3 people
Asked
asked that, like, boom, boom. Wow, 4! Yeah, sick.
So, I was in the car with one of my friends, and I said, "Yo, bro, I need a name for the company." And I said, "There's only one thing that I want. I always loved the punkish Black River vibe around piracy. I love it. I still love it today. And I want to be connected with that somehow, because I always have this, I don't know why, crazy relationship with piracy since I'm a little kid. So I wanted something related with it. And it started fire names, and then one of them, he said Flintlock. And I was like, Flintlock? I was like, those are the pistols, right? Yeah. And he was like, yeah. It's like the pistol that has a flint rock that makes a sparkle that ignites the gunpowder that fires the gun. Dude, and that, immediately my brain started like, and I was like, oh, okay, Flintlock. So actually the first name of Flint was Flintlock.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sick.
I still have the first logos that we made.
You should put that on a board.
Yeah.
It's like a throwback.
I should search for that
thing.
Actually. So if you look really close to a flintlock, and I start to imagine what the comparison with the pistol and the fingerboard, and I realized that it was actually this sign of a pistol.
Yeah.
So that's why I did this.
Wow.
And this is because if you see, it's like the woodcut drawings from the 1800s, 1800s, with the pirates. That's why that's the drawing of a hand.
Whoa.
Very like woodcut.
Crazy.
Yeah, and the two fingers are the fingerboard fingers. Let the gunpowder be with you, like the tiny bullshit that stays on your finger.
When you fingerboard and your fingers are black.
Yeah. It can be a lot of stuff. In the beginning, it didn't have that much sense. It was like gunpowder, whatever. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Everything starts feeling connected, you know. And I like this sign. I think it's kind of. I love the drawing. It was made by Michael Ribeiro. He's a writer for Flint too. A really old guy, a really old friend who fingerboards a lot. Living in Manchester in UK, and he's a tattoo artist, and he made me that drawing that I still love to death today.
Cool.
I love that drawing. It's kind of it has that pistol look, but kind of a religious look. I don't know. I like it. That's
super
it.
Cool. That's awesome.
And we just end up cutting down the lock because it was too big.
Yeah.
So we just Flint. That was it.
Ooh, what is your favorite veneer to work with and why?
That's a good one. My favorite decks to shape are the Logo series, because all the Logo series has a walnut top ply, and it's beautiful to shape. When you have a top ply that it's in a different color, you can see, if you start shaping it, you can see in the end, when you have the end product, after you lacquer it, you can see a thin line of white around it.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest pleasure that I have, is watching that. Even when you're shaping, you can start seeing that white line to appear. That's so awesome. Good. I love it. Actually, the same happens a bit with the artist series, that you start seeing the red on the bottom, but it's better when you see the white one. That's cool. So yeah, walnut. I think it's one of my favorite woods to work with.
Yeah, those ones you just brought were walnut top, right?
Yeah, those are walnut top line. Yeah.
They were so nice.
Yeah, because I like to work with this wood, so
yeah,
let's make it how I like. It's true. What I hate is oak. I hate working with oak. It's horrible wood to work with.
Ricardo, he's talking about it.
He knows.
Yeah. Cool, we got 2 more. If you could give your younger self advice, what would you say?
The Flint related?
No, just
In life?
anything. Yeah.
Huh. I would say probably dedicate. Don't let time pass, because it will pass so fast. Just try to learn as much as possible in the smallest amount of time. I don't know, I have this strangest feeling that I think that I'm like this 40s crisis or whatever, that I feel like the time has passed way too fast.
Yeah.
Especially in the last, I don't know, 10 years. It was just like, dude, it's just 2014 was already 10 years. So yeah, time passes really fast. So do as much as you can as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It will compensate in the future for sure. Don't let time pass and just look yourself in the mirror probably when you're 60 or 70 and say, you know what, I should have done that when I was 15 or 14 or 30, whatever. Just try to do the maximum. Life's short, so do the maximum that you can. That's the biggest advice that I would give to my younger self, I think.
That's cool. I like that. It's real good. What are your top 5 favorite hip-hop albums?
God damn it, that's a good one.
That's from Sid.
God damn it. God damn it. My favorite one, it's easy. I told them it's almost by far Illmatic by Nas. I think that's one of the best albums ever made. But then I have some Portuguese ones. Sam the Kid, o Praticamente, o Sobretudo, também de Sam the Kid. Those 2 albums are one of them, because they were very important for me in my life back in the days. What more? Tribe Called Quest, some of my favorite albums. Yeah, right now just and Praying for Paris from West Side Gun. Probably nobody knows about this, but yeah, it's one of my favorite albums. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
I'm forgetting about a lot of them, but yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
That's it.
Yeah, anything else you want to say or talk about?
No, I'm pretty good.
Cool.
I think we talk a lot about my life, my opinions, my fears, my everything that makes me happy, not happy. Flint. Yeah, I think we touched a bit of everything. It was a pretty cool conversation. It's good to sometimes for you to ask me these kind of questions, because sometimes you just don't realize the path that you put yourself in.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you, if you look to your younger self, it's good to, you know what, it's gonna be fast, you know. For you to look back and see what happened. But yeah, I think we explored everything. It was really cool. I think the things that I want to tell you right now in the end, I think it was already questioned on the question test. So just do, if you like. It doesn't have to be fingerboard related, but just dedicate yourself to something that you love and do it with heart, and you will achieve something. Doesn't matter if it's success or not. You will achieve something. If you feel fulfilled with what you have, it's already amazing. It's the best feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It is? Okay.
Let's end it with that. Yeah.
Deal.
Sick.
Bro, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
That was so good.
Thank you so much for having me.
So fun. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.